Sup guys, it's Desrow for Replay Thursday, episode 11. We're here with game 3. We have a PvP this time from a plat player. He was actually playing against a master, and he says, I opened Robo with observers. I thought he was going to DT, because the last 10 PvPs I've played, my opponent has done so. After he even blinked, my opponent contained me and left me unable to expand after he expanded, and eventually managed to crush me. I'm just wondering where I went wrong, thank you. And he also said that I looked at one of his replays like a month ago and it really helped, and that he's now struggling with PvP. Now, you know, you should try to do Frigate Stargate. Like, Stargate will do okay versus DT. Actually, like, the only thing that like beats Stargate if you open Oracle is like Phoenix. Like it really crushes you. Otherwise, like the Oracle usually doesn't die and it does pretty well. But yeah, like he did 2 gas before core, so that's why you thought maybe he was going DT. But you added a late 2nd gas, so you're just trying to scout him. One thing, if they contain you, you should always have a probe somewhere on the map. Whoa, what did I do? Whoops. Alright, I don't know how I did that, but... Whoa. Right, so, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused here. So, yeah, so if they try to continue, you should always have a probe on the map. Maybe even sneak in a war prism and try to go harass them. So you make a 2nd gate, skip this off, that's fine. Chrono a bunch of workers, that's fine. Hey. What's going wrong? So weird. I can't move the... I must have like done something. Well, I'll just check it up for this game, I guess. So yeah, right now, I mean, this pylon should never... Oh, it's so weird. This pylon should never be done. Because, I mean, like, unless you put down, like, the expand, like, yeah, like, what you're doing right now is completely insane. You should, and by the way, like, if we look at your vision, like, I think you pulled back your probe. No, your probe should be hidden somewhere on the map and should sacrifice itself to check if he has an expand, or check if he's at home or something, or, and then if you see that he doesn't have an expand and if you think he's coming to attack you, then you should send another probe out to try to hide a pylon. But yeah, like here you didn't take the tower, like having the tower with a stalker or something, or a probe, even if you would have lost it, at least you would have known what he was doing. But like you played like super blind the whole game, so that's really hurting you. The mothership core, I mean, if you're gonna expand, okay, so if you're gonna expand, you're gonna need the photon overcharge. You're gonna need the photon overcharge. Like the reason Blink is bad is because for photon overcharge, and usually, you know, Void Rays and or Immortals, you know, like yeah, it's just really sad right now. It's just really sad. Like the mothership core was just way too late for my taste. There's a bunch of Immortals, so he tries to get out. So you made a Stargate, like, yeah, you committed to the Stargate probably, like, before scouting him, and you're scouting, you know. If you want to do, like, a robo build like this, you should get an early sentry so you can scout with hallucination while keeping your observer at home for DT defense, something like that. But doing what you're doing right now, and you overprobe. Like, if you're gonna take an expand and he's still on 1 base, you should be at 30 probes max. Like even right now, like you're chronoing an insane amount of probes instead of making like a lot of units. So it's really weird to me. But you're doing pretty well. Like imagine if you would have rebuilded that mothership core and you would have had a photon overcharge by now. Like pull the probes, fight with them. Pull the probes. I mean, this guy was master, you know, you're still plat, so all in all, I think it was like a good game. But yeah, I'm just all disappointed, you know, like you're making an Oracle beyond the element, now you cancel it and you make an Immortal. But yeah, it's just, if you want to expand early, have Photon Overcharge, if you're gonna not stop making probes and be insane, pull the probes to defend, or try, because like from losing your expand there, like you don't really transition into a game. Like it's the expand, it's do or die. Like if you lose the expand, you know he can contain you, and the game never goes back into your favor really. So I would have pulled the probes and tried to let my 2 immortals live. But yeah, I mean it's a good example of what not to do. So I'm glad you submitted the replay. I hope I don't sound too hard. It's just you know, I was rooting for you, man, and especially since I helped you previously. I always like to see people that I help do well in the future. But like I said, Mothership Core, Photon Overcharge, Seka Probe, oh the BM Nexus, Seka Probe, almost. And you know, get an hallucination and get a sentry early and scout with hallucination. Oh, you took it well. So yeah, get a sentry early if you want to do robo because you think it's gonna be DT. Keep the observer at home. Scout with hallucination. Sack a probe for to see and expand. Have a probe out on. Well, I mean, when you were talking about contain, like Zealot or 2. At his base wouldn't have changed anything. I thought it was going to be like a different type of contain, like a contain where it was a little bit more close. But no, the game was over when you lost your natural. But yeah, thank you a lot, Dan, man, 966 for submitting this replay. I hope you learn. And yeah, you should try to do more Stargate builds. Robo is not that good in PvP anymore, unless you expand early, which I guess you kind of did, but still. So yeah, thank you a lot for submitting, guys. That was Game 3 of Replay Thursday episode 11. We'll be back in just a bit with Game 4. Stay tuned.